Okay, let's unpack this. Have you ever looked at just a mountain of information, maybe for work or, just new topic you're passionate about, and wished for a genuine shortcut, especially when it involves loads of numbers tied to specific facts? It can feel, well, pretty overwhelming, can't it?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It really can. And that's precisely why this material we're looking at today is so interesting. We're doing a deep dive into something called the Joy Bible number system.
Yeah.
And it's a truly unique mnemonic system. It's designed not just for rote memorization, but really for transforming abstract numbers into these vivid, memorable images.
Okay.
What's truly impressive, I think, is the sheer scale. It aims to help you remember key words for, get this, 11,189 chapters and over 31,000 verses of the Bible.
Wow, 31,000, that's huge.
It is. And the joy in its name, well, you can probably guess,
Yeah.
It comes from trying to make this potentially really daunting task actually quite enjoyable. Surprisingly so.
Right. So our mission for this deep dive, then, is to really explore the ingenious mechanism behind the system. We're going to see how it takes those abstract numbers and weaves them into memorable pictures, sort of guiding you through a mental expedition almost. And specifically, we're going to zero in on two really fascinating segments, numbers 40 through 49 and then 50 through 59. It's just a brilliant illustration, I think, of a broader principle of memory and learning that you, the listener, can apply to almost any area of your life, really, regardless of the content. So before we jump into the specific examples for, say, 40 to 49, can you give us a quick overview? How does the system broadly tackle that problem of numbers and facts? What's the foundational idea?
Certainly, yeah. At its heart, the system uses these two key components. They call them alt numbers and basic numbers. The alt numbers, those are places like a specific environment or location. Think of it as the setting. Then the basic numbers are objects that you associate with those places.
Okay, places and objects.
Exactly. And here's where the cleverness really comes in. These aren't just random pairings. Oh, no. Each connection is what they call a mnemonic link. Basically a clever association designed to make the number stick. It does this by tying the number to the object's shape, maybe an animal it resembles or some other kind of characteristic. It creates this entire themed mental landscape for you to sort of walk through and explore.
That makes perfect sense. A mental landscape. I like that. So if we're building these landscapes, where does our journey begin today? What's the first themed environment we're stepping into?
Right. So our first stop is lesson 7. And this covers numbers 40 through 49. The overarching theme for this entire section is school.
School. Okay.
Yeah. So imagine yourself, walking through a school building. For each number, 40 up to 49, you'll associate it with a specific place within that school setting. And then an object that has a built-in mnemonic link to the number itself. It's quite neat.
Okay. Let's hear some.
All right. So for 40, picture the tower clock, maybe the big clock on the school tower. And the object is a backpack slung over it.
Backpack on a tower clock. Got it.
Then, when you move to 41, the place is the school office. And the object, a pencil. Why a pencil? Well, because the number 1 has that distinct straight shape, right? Just like a pencil.
Ah, I see the connection there. Simple but effective.
Exactly. Then 42 brings us to the classroom. And there you find an owl. The system often links 2 with an animal.
An owl in the classroom. Okay.
For 43, it's a locker. And inside, or maybe poached on top, a penguin. Now, the source explains this one by connecting a penguin's head, or maybe its hairstyle, if you imagine it, to the shape of the number 3.
A penguin's hairstyle, like a 3. That's creative.
It is. You might need to use a bit of imagination, like you said, but that's often what makes it stick. That's certainly memorable.
Definitely memorable. Okay, what about the rest of the school numbers? Keep going.
Sure. So, continuing on, 44 is a bench, maybe in the hallway or the yard, and the object is a clipboard. That reminds you of a square shape for the double 4s.
Bench and clipboard square. Makes sense.
45 takes us to the library, and the object is an elephant. Now, why an elephant? Chosen because of its sharp tusk. The number 5 often relates to sharpness in this system.
Interesting. Elephant in the library? Okay.
46 is the cafeteria, and the object is a bowl. Simple enough. At 47, you're in the auditorium, and the object is a camera. This one connects to the idea of shine, or a flash, associated with 7.
For flash, shine. Got it.
48 is the school bus, and the object is a can, like a soda can. Apparently, you can see an 8 shape in an open can if you look at it from the top.
Huh. I'd have to look closely, but okay, school bus and can.
Yeah, it requires a bit of visualization. And finally, 49 is the table tennis area, maybe in the gym, with a paddle, which, has that distinct 9 shape, the circle and the stick.
Paddle for 9. Yeah, I can see that. And they even apply this.
They do. The system mentions using the school sequence, specifically number 41, office pencil, to help remember Genesis 41, which involves Pharaoh's dream. So it ties the whole set of images to a specific biblical reference point.
That's incredibly detailed. Okay, so we've walked through the school. I'm really curious now. How does the system transition? Does it just jump to a completely new environment for the next set of numbers?
It does, and that's part of the beauty of it. It builds distinct worlds. So get ready to trade the sound of school bells for maybe some crashing waves. Because for Lesson 8, which covers numbers 50 through 59, the new theme is the beach.
Wow, a beach for 50. It is related with alt number 5, pier. So let's dive into the beach pairings. How does it make numbers like 50 and 51 stick in this new beach theme?
Perfect. So for 50, you visualize a ship out on the water, and the associated object is a whale. Big number, big creature, big ship.
Ship and whale for 50. Got it.
When you hit 51, the place is a lighthouse, and the object is a shovel. Again, see the connection. That straight shape for the number 1, just like the pencil back in the school lesson.
Right, the one shape again. Lighthouse and shovel. Okay.
52 brings you right onto the sand. And the object is a seal, because 2 is often an animal, remember.
Seal on the sand. Yep.
53 is an umbrella stuck in the sand.
Yeah.
And hiding under it, or maybe on it, is a frog. This relates apparently to the 3 shape-on eyes of a frog. Another creative one.
Frog eyes like a 3 under an umbrella.
Okay.
And what's floating around for 54 and 55?
Good question. For 54, the place is a boat, maybe a smaller boat this time, closer to shore. And the object is a treasure chest.
Ooh, treasure chest. I like that one. Boat and treasure chest for 54.
Uh-huh. Then at 55, you're at a lifeguard stand, and the object is a swordfish. Again, that link for the number 5, something sharp.
Lifeguard stand and swordfish. Sure. Okay.
56 is a beach chair. And lounging nearby, or perhaps in it, is a turtle. Then for 57, the place is an island off in the distance, and the object is a campfire burning on it, playing on that idea of shine or light, linked to say again.
Island campfire. Shine. Consistent.
Very. 58 brings us to the snack bar on the beach, and the object is a peanut. Because, like the can earlier, you can supposedly see an 8 shape within the peanut shell.
Snack bar and peanut for 8. Right.
And finally, 59. The place is a nearby motel, maybe just off the beach, and the object is a pelican, perhaps flying overhead. This ties into the idea that 9 is flying, thinking about that distinctive flight pattern.
Motel and pelican flying 9. Wow. That's quite the tour from school to beach.
It really is. And what this deep dive truly reveals, I think, is how this Joy Bible system elevates basic visual memory. It turns it into this powerful architectural approach. It's not just about linking a single image to a number randomly. It's about building entire navigable mental environment.
Right, it's structured.
Exactly. You're taking something as abstract as, say, 43 or 58, and you're giving it not just a concrete, often kind of humorous image, but also a distinct location within a theme, like the locker in the school or the snack bar on the beach. This transforms recalling vast amounts of information. It makes it less about brute force memory and more about guided exploration. It's a really sophisticated application of cognitive principles, actually.
Yeah, you can see how that would work.
It really taps into how our brains naturally prefer to process information, through pictures and stories, much more than just raw data or abstract numbers.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener, then? Beyond, obviously, the specific context of remembering Bible verses, I think it reinforces that core insight. Our brains have this just remarkable capacity for remembering images and stories far more easily than abstract numbers anyway. The system isn't just some clever trick. It directly leverages this fundamental aspect of how we think, how our cognition works. It transforms numerical data into vivid themed scenarios you can actually walk through in your mind.
Which, this raises an important question. Beyond this specific example, how might applying these principles, these ideas of themed imagery and associative linking, how might that revolutionize how you approach learning and memory in other areas of your life?
Exactly. That's the key takeaway, isn't it? Think about your own information challenges, whether it's complex lists for work, maybe historical dates you need to know, or even just remembering names and faces at an event. How could you maybe take a page out of the system's book, start turning that daunting data into something memorable, visual, and maybe even a little bit joyful? It really is all about making your brain's natural strengths work for you, not against you. If you want to explore the Joy number system further, you can find more information at joybible.com. They're also on Instagram at joybible30 and on YouTube at joybible. Definitely worth checking out if this sparked your interest.